Around the World in 80 Days is a cartoon that I used to watch as a child. Every time I was sick, for some reason, this was my go-to movie. Can't really explain why, but I don't know. It was just something for me. And I've rewatched it every now and then, and as an adult as well. And I just love it. But then there's like, you rewatch something as an adult and you see things that you didn't see as a child. It's like, oh, that doesn't really make sense. So today I've got myself and my British friend, Layon. We're both going to be looking at this and analyzing it and going through it and having a bunch of laughs and having a great time. I'm here to share it with you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce him. Layon, say hi to the viewers.
Hello, viewers. It's me now.
All right.
Boy.
Yeah, let's get into it, right? Let's get into part one. So I've got my authentic British friend with me.
Very authentic. You can tell from the accent.
Yeah, I'm going to turn this part down because it's just the intro music. So yeah, throughout this video, I'm going to be asking Layon how authentic it really is for the British parts, just so you guys know.
Right. Definitely from British. From British.
Yeah. Very convenient bank where you can just hand in your money and not say anything and just move on.
This is Space idea before we had the technology. You just had someone with really good, memory.
Alright.
Lovely money. This is an hold up. And hurry up, otherwise I'll blow your head off.
Certainly, sir.
Right away we see the typical fox, the sly, the cunning, the tricky kind of animal stealing, and then you have the dogs. Dog banker, I don't know what kind of dog that is. I don't know my dogs that well. And if I'm gonna go through the effort of stealing money, then I'm not gonna have it falling throughout out of my pockets. As you see here.
Jump change. It's back in the day when a £1 note was worth hundreds.
Stop thief!
Stop, thief! Stop!
But you see this place is mainly populated by dogs, which makes you think
Taxi!
is that the author's way of saying that all British people are dogs?
Then it came from Australia? Probably. They have to have the last laugh.
Right?
Typical place for English children to hang out. The bin.
Also, I'd just like to mention, there is a chance I'll get copyrighted for this. I don't really care. I'm not that big on YouTube, so if that happens, it's fine. It's whatever. I'm just here to have a good time with my friend.
Please pray for me.
Pray for me.
I'm gonna wake up in an Australian, jail cell.
What do you do? My name is Passepartout.
And you guys might have missed this because we were talking, but he was practicing saying, "How do you do?" and whatever, and now he comes out and says, "What do you do?"
To apply for the position of
What do you do?
to Mr. Phileas Fogg. Yes, I see. Perhaps you'd better come in. Oh, très bon. But you seem like a very good butler yourself. Why are you leaving? Yes, well, there really is no reason for me to leave. You see, I own the place. I am Phileas Fogg.
I like how he just assumes that he's the butler just because he answered the door.
Oh, pardon me, Monsieur Fogg.
This is also not very
Oh, dear.
impressive for a very rich
Obviously
man.
Not.
That's a
Now,
small
Mr.
lawyer.
Passepartout, come through to my study.
Now, boy, you say you had a sharp nose. You mean like this?
Holy shit, sharp nose.
That looks just like him.
And that comes
Somehow-
out.
PC with the
Yeah, somehow that translates to having a top hat.
There's not a moment to be lost.
Well, Mr. Passepartout, your papers all seem in order. You know my terms? Oui, monsieur. Good. Now, what time is it?
Oui, monsieur.
11:22. Your watch is slow. It is 11:26 precisely. Oh.
You know what? I just
Very well. You're now in my employ.
is that a big tie? What is that on Mr. Fogg's shirt? Like I'm just now noticing this. Like, well, not noticing, but like mentioning it.
I thought it was like a handkerchief.
Maybe maybe it's both. I don't know, because it's like too big to be a tie, right? Or is that like the fashion back then? Because Passepartout's got a bow tie or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Multi-tool, convenience, tie and handkerchief. Better make them like they used to.
Extra! Read all about it! Sensational!
So this pig, you know, he starts off as the main part of the screen, then he jumps to this side, like he's breaking the fourth wall, like, I want to be on the screen! It's in the bottom left corner now, if you don't see him.
Now, gentlemen, as you can see, we have an identical picture of the villain.
With due respect...
What was he trying to say? What was he stuttering on? Let's go back to that.
Now, gentlemen, as you can see, we have an identical picture of the villain.
I don't know.
With due respect...
I don't think the voice actor knew what he was trying to say, so he gave up.
Ah, very observant, Inspector Fix. He doesn't... Devilishly clever of him. He looks like a proper gentleman.
So, the next time that I want to rob someplace or do anything bad, I'll just have to look like a proper gentleman. No one will suspect a thing.
Remember,
Yeah.
now we'll be watching all the major ports. He's bound to try and escape the country. Fix, I'm sending you ahead to Suez tonight. Remember, men, the reputation of Scotland Yard is at stake
Trying
here.
to escape the country. What place could he go to? Oh, I don't know. Egypt. That makes the most sense.
Right? You're getting ahead of yourself, Layon.
I am. I'm sorry.
Remember, you've never seen this before.
I've never... What movie is this again?
You'll never get away with it, you know. Oh, he just might. He's obviously a clever fella. World's becoming such a small place.
Oh, what do you mean, sir? Has it shrunk?
Exactly.
As a matter
I'll be able to walk over to Layon soon enough.
In fact,
Soon enough.
it is now possible
The water's
to
gonna
travel
dry up.
around the world in only 80 days.
Did you?
By the way, guys, like and subscribe to the video. If there's enough people that do so, Layon and I will also travel around the world in 80 days.
Yeah, in a hot air balloon. We'll recreate it.
Yeah. We even have some agent chase us and everything.
Yeah, I'll rob a bank.
And we'll pretend we don't know anything about it until the last minute.
You say 80 days, Mr. Fogg?
Yes, I did.
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe and everything.
Mr. Fogg is right, gentlemen.
Or no, Layon will do it, because I don't know how to do it.
Why do I have to do it?
Because I don't know how.
Well, I don't know how either.
80 days?
Sorry,
Oh, but
you guys are missing the movie.
allow for bad weather and other delays, does it?
It allows for everything.
I just want to pause on this, because I knew I wanted to talk about this. What is this? It's turning his head nearly 180 degrees, putting his hand back. Like, what is this gesture? Is this a common British thing, Layon? Can you confirm?
No, it's not. I've never seen anyone do this. Posh or not.
Posh or
Not
not?
common
And
practice.
you've been around posh people, right?
Oh, cool. I mean, it's England. Everyone's posh.
Ah, in theory, yes, but in practice...
In practice, too, Mr. Stewart.
Bah! I'd like to see you do it, Mr. Fogg.
Why don't you do it with me, Mr. Stewart?
Oh, heaven!
Notice that Mr. Fogg is the only different species of animal in this group of posh, rich, British men, dogs.
Forbid.
That's how you know
But
he's the
I'm
protagonist.
prepared to bet £50,000 you can't do it. It's quite impossible.
Is it? To the contrary, it's perfectly possible. I'm prepared to wager £50,000 against you that it is.
What?
When?
Straight away, right now.
Look here, Fogg, steady on. This is all a bit rash, isn't it?
I am not.
Layon, can you confirm that British people say steady on? Or
Yeah,
was that an olden times thing?
I mean, to be fair, like, old people still say it.
Okay.
Not the cool boys and girls.
I just like to take a moment though to talk about how convenient this all is. That they were before Mr. Fogg came into the room, they were all talking about how the world shrunk, quote unquote. And then he was able to segue into this whole bets thing that they're about to
A
make.
rash man, Mr. Flanagan.
But I guess
Does
this movie's
anyone
for you.
else wish to bet against me?
Well, if it's good enough for Mr. Stewart.
Yes, by George, certainly, old boy. Better.
Mr. Fogg, you can't be serious.
A good Englishman never jokes about something as serious as a bet.
All right. I will.
Hold on, I don't mean to do this like every 5 seconds, but Layon, can you confirm?
I can confirm. A good Englishman. It's good practice. It's good English values.
bet against you as well. £50,000, and I'll gladly lose my money if you become the first man ever to travel around the world in 80 days.
And £50,000 back then
I will
is
return to this
a
room
lot of money
Oh,
today.
yeah.
precisely
So
on
the fact that
afternoon of the 21st
he's
of December,
able to be gladly,
1873, in
lose that money
115,400
is saying something.
minutes from now. I leave this afternoon.
They probably own
Day,
like
gentlemen.
20,000
Now,
oil
Passepartout,
rigs
I want
between
you to
them.
complete a little packing.
Monsieur
money
is
in a
going
second.
on a little journey?
We are
We
going,
are going
on a little journey,
journey.
around the world.
Around
the
the
world?
world? Sacre bleu! This is just a little joke on poor Passepartout, hmm?
You will learn, dear fellow, that I never joke about anything.
Back then, we do
And
not
this
have
as
a
well.
sense of humour.
Open it. It contains £100,000 cash.
So if you meant to pack that, then why would you open it? Just so we could see how much money is in there?
It is precisely
He did believe him,
4:43.
yeah.
I will leave you now.
No, he told
Perhaps
him to open
you
it.
care to bid us farewell?
Of course, old boy. We'll all come to the railway station with you. Least we can do.
Wait, gentlemen. You're going the wrong way. I suggest you join me on the roof.
The roof? It is not usual for a train to stop on a roof.
Because it's not usual.
You haven't taken leave of your senses.
So clearly
It
it's
does-
happened
it-
before.
yeah, it does happen from time to time.
I said.
Gad, shooks! My slippers!
So, every time you and your group of friends get surprised by something, is this how you react? Can you confirm?
Oh, can confirm. My slippers.
By George. Is that supposed to be like a reference to King George or something? By George.
I don't think so.
I mean, what else would it be?
I'm pretty sure because it's just like the most, or maybe it was the most common English name back then.
Oh no! Oh no! Ah! Anything I can do? Anything but flying?
Come, Passepartout, we haven't a moment to spare. If it's any comfort, if you die, then I too will die.
It is of very little comfort, monsieur. Do I have to?
I judged you as a brave and loyal servant. Unlikely as it may seem, perhaps I was wrong.
Very
Guilt trip.
well.
Brave and loyal
From
servant.
now on, they will refer to me as Passepartout, the pigeon.
I wonder who they is. Is it his butler
Cast the
friends?
ropes. We will pursue
It's
it.
all of France.
Yeah, true.
Passepartout the pigeon.
Au voyage. Good luck, old boy. Cheerio.
Adieu, gentlemen.
You would think they would like say in different ways goodbye in British, like a British sort of speaking, not like a mixture of languages. Like you said, adieu and bon voyage and all that shit.
Because Britain owned all those places by then.
This is true.
It technically was British.
Comment down below if you know what this landmark is.
You'll never guess. Impossible.
Alright, so we're expecting all the French people to like, oh look, it's Passepartout the pigeon when you go to the
News travels real fast.
want to go shit or something? No, it's still 480.
C'est formidable! Regardez-la!
Mon Dieu! C'est revenu!
Fantastique.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess air balloons.
This
weren't
guy.
effective.
This guy, he ain't looking up. He's
Oh,
looking at
no,
that woman's
he's
ass. This is a kids movie, by the way.
Fantastique.
Oh, incroyable!
That would hurt. That sitting position. That would hurt me. Not to mention all that bad is bad. That bread is bad now.
Yeah, oh damn. French famous spaghetti's gone bad.
Oh, mon Dieu! What I would not give for a fresh croissant, a fresh coffee, and escargot. Ah, Paris, I'm in love with you.
You're perfectly free to visit Paris, Passepartout. Can you jump?
Oh!
So that's actually kind of. I would be scared if I was Fog right now, or any one of them, for how it's leaning. Like I'm just now noticing this. Like this, he's about to fall out. They're all about to fall off. For one, for two, they're passing over land. Either they stopped elsewhere, or I don't know, because don't they need to stop for food at some point, or go to the bathroom, or whatever? Like, do they shit off the side? Like, is that what it is? Like, they're in such a small, confined space. They have limited food, water, whatever. They need to stop at some point, right?
That's right, they conveniently get to, like, places just in time.
Alright.
Passepartout, I'm going to go take a shit.
Over there, Passepartout. The Swiss Alps, the most dangerous part of our journey. It is worse than this. 1,000 times worse.
Oh!
Didn't he just say it was the worst part of the journey?
Yeah.
But it's going to get worse than this? Oh, yes. Which one is it?
I like how Passepartout has to catch his hat, but Mr. Fogg isn't worried about his. Like, it's not going to come off.
It appears we are stuck.
I don't know what might give you that
I would be
indication.
obliged if you'd unstick us. Climb
So,
over the side.
that whole time in that little confined space, they had that little ladder there. Or not, sorry, no, that little, that huge amount of ladder that he could go and climb down if need be.
Push, there's a good chap.
So you have even less space than we thought.
Get down and push.
And I feel like this would be a team effort because any extra weight in there would not be helpful.
Don't help the runner.
But it's a cartoon, so it just magically unsticks itself when he falls off.
Thank
Really
you,
falls off.
Passepartout. It's now time for lunch. Would you care to join me? Oh, very well. As you wish.
No, you can just hang there, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, solo mio, mafia medoro.
Is this thing about the mafia?
Ah, an Italian pizza!
Which is not hot enough to the touch to burn your hands right now.
The fact is, sir, the rogue may well be on the next ship from England. If he is, I'll need to send a cable from here to Scotland Yard for an arrest warrant.
Of course, old boy.
Oh,
Anything
boy.
you want.
Oh boy.
By the way, what's this Waller's name?
No idea, sir. We know what he looks like, but nobody knows his name.
Odd sods. Very queer.
Mysterious.
Diabolical,
queer.
if you ask me.
It's okay, the queer meant something different
I'd
back
better
then.
get down to the wharf and
I
keep
mean,
an eye on
I
things.
guess it still does be the same. My grandparents would say things like queer. Not really, no.
So, they were already, like, gone. They were in Italy when we cut to this guy who's still in Britain, I believe, talking to the guy. And then all of a sudden we all meet up here.
What I don't understand is how does a ship from Mongolia and landlocked country get here?
No, it's just called the Mongolia. I don't know if it's from
Oh,
Mongolia.
yeah, Mongolia built it. You know, do it.
That's kind of freaking dangerous. It's a huge anchor weight just, like, flying. Like, it could hit people's heads and, like, nobody cares. And this guy just bravely grabs it. Look at him.
Hello.
So we go from sharp nose to, hey, it's this guy.
Give me your papers, Passepartout. I'm going to the British consul's office to have our papers stamped. That will prove we have actually been in Suez. Now, guard the gondola with your life.
Our favorite moment is
I'll
coming
return
up.
in precisely
But
1
before
hour.
that,
Camel?
I'd like to comment on this. Look at Passepartout mean mugging, holding his stick, meaning business. Anybody that comes near, he's gonna get his head bashed in.
Good afternoon, sir.
And
See
never
an
mind.
English face in this neck of the woods, eh?
Pardon me, but this is not an English face you are seeing. It is French.
Oh. And the other gentleman, he doesn't look much like a froggy though, does he, eh?
What mean?
Somebody look this up. Is that like a racial slur from back then? Like, you know, a froggy? Because that's like a... It doesn't sound nice.
Yeah.
Froggy, I'll have you know Monsieur Fogg is an English gentleman.
Is that so? Mr. Fogg, is it?
But we, Monsieur Phileas Fogg.
Thank you very much, young fella. You've been a big help to me. Here's a fiver for your trouble.
My favorite part of the whole
yeah.
movie.
Everyone waiting for that. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. That's the movie.
There you are, Mr. Fogg.
Thank you. Good day.
I say, Mr. Fogg.
Wait, I take it back. So the guy just happened to be in what I'm assuming is Egypt right here. He decided to come here with no clues or context that he'd be talking about the inspector. And he just happened to come here and, oh, shit, now we're in the same place. Like, that is just too convenient.
Strange man. I wonder if Inspector Fix knows anything about him.
Driver, take me to the Great Pyramid at Giza, and then to the port.
This
We have
camel is
precisely
Driver?
42 minutes.
Very good, sir.
You drive a camel?
I guess so. Hey man, he's getting paid. He's not about to correct him on his
English
terminology.
gentleman, my foot. Now, Phileas Fogg, I'm gonna fix you right up. Ha ha.
Pick you right up. What does that
You know
imply?
what? You know what? I think I just realized because his name is Inspector Fix, so I feel like it's just like I'm gonna fix you right up. You know?
Oh, he's like a James Bond villain.
To Scotland Yard. I have my man. Send arrest warrant for Mr. Phileas Fogg. Signed, Fix. Got that?
Yes, I've got it. I say, Inspector, that is an odd...
By the way, how would you think to spell Phileas Fogg? Like Fogg, sure, but Phileas, like is that PH or an F or like how would they know? You know, like, they would be trying to arrest the wrong man. Maybe that's how they call him and not the right guy.
Yeah, maybe.
Get up for an
Spoiler.
English detective, what?
I am a master of disguise, sir. And that is why I have a reputation as the Yard's finest detective.
Really? Yes. And another thing, that Fogg chappie doesn't seem much like a bank robber. Odd, yes, but...
Oh, don't you worry about that, sir. He may look like a gent, but I can assure you he is rotten clean through. Now,
I've only seen him once, but trust me, that guy is up to no good.
Pardon me, FND. It is an urgent message from Mr. Phileas Fogg.
Eh? Meet me at the Great Pyramid without delay. Fogg. Mon Dieu! How can I be in two places at the same time?
Oh, don't worry,
Oh.
FND. I will guard the balloon for you. You go, quickly, very urgent.
I like the poses.
Where
How
have
Yeah,
I
yeah,
seen
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. I'm just thinking how to phrase this in my head. Like, I guess sabotage or like, you know, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? But some along those lines is okay for someone as a man of the law, or I guess because he's out of the jurisdiction area, it doesn't apply. It doesn't matter. He can do whatever he wants to catch him. So like, you leave. I'm gonna get rid of your gondola or whatever, the balloon.
Man before.
Ah, and now to stop the birds flying away, we simply cut off its wings.
That's a scrummer right there.
Up he goes. Master Disguise, we'll see him coming.
As we say.
That camel is just chilling. Look at his face.
He
He's
looks
just happy.
In English, Passepartout.
High on life, man.
Been had. This is not.
Yes, as we say in English.
I was about
you've
to
been
say.
had.
I was about to ask. Can you confirm?
You do, but for people that that obviously aren't English, as we say in English, you're an idiot. That's the common one.
Sacre bleu! Nothing goes right. Forgive me, monsieur.
Driver, turn your camel around and take us back to the port. Yes, it appears to have gone. Just as I thought, really. Now, according to this,
That is a thick book that he keeps in his shirt.
Yeah, look how many pages it
Mongolia
has.
sails from here to Bombay, our next destination.
Thank goodness, monsieur. When does it leave?
In precisely 30 seconds from now. Come, Passepartout.
That is not enough time to get your tickets and be aboard, and not to mention to get there. This is not having a good time, is it? That's what he gets.
That is what he gets. Him at the average and have a fail-safe. It's that easy to just fuck it up.
Oh, Passepartout, before he became a butler, he was a magician. That's how he got in here.
Yeah.
You totally didn't see him, like, fly into the window. So, this dog should be dead right now.
You have both seen nothing. You understand?
He literally should be
He's
dead.
seen
There's,
nothing.
like, he would be
I am
burning to
Inspector
death right
Fix,
now.
Scotland Yard.
Not Scotland Yard's finest.
But, I guess we need an antagonist, so we keep him alive now.
Ah, monsieur, it is good to be in Bombay, no?
It is never good to be in Bombay, Passepartout.
Oh?
It is only good to leave Bombay. We will do that tonight at precisely
Fuck you,
7:55
Bombay.
aboard the train to Calcutta. Remember that.
Oui, monsieur, I will. You can count
I mean-
me on.
I mean, I don't know if that's just supposed to be like, it's never good to be where we are in general, we just need to keep moving type of attitude, or if it's just like against Bombay specifically. But, you know, we'll never know, I guess. It depends on the audience.
We'll call the studio like after and see if they'll come on for like as a special guest, and they can
Right.
like commentate why they did this.
Yeah,
Can count on me.
if they're still alive.
Like yeah. Probably in a retirement home. They have no memory of this.
Ah, see,
If you didn't notice, like through the transition, we see a snake charmer and a snake dancing right here. One with that pig
Very
and
famous.
mother
Yeah.
child.
see here, Superintendent. What you mean you cannot
What
issue
you mean?
a warrant to arrest the biggest
What you
bank
mean,
robber
yo?
in British history?
Well, it's very simple.
Is that a golf club? Is that like a putter? That's what
Yeah,
that looks
it's
like.
like a mini one.
Yeah, it's like I mean, either that or it's just like a regular club. I don't know. Like it's like twirling it
Not
menacingly.
the biggest bank robber in Indian history. That is what you call a considerable difference, Gorias.
No, yeah.
Oh,
His plan was to commit a bank robbery on Indian soil.
But there is already a warrant out for him in Suez.
Oh, yes, very good. Then if there is a warrant in Suez, you don't need another one from me, do you?
But I am not in Suez. I am here.
Perhaps you are in the wrong place then. You should go to Suez.
But I've just come from there.
Oh, have you? Well, why didn't you arrest him in Suez?
Ah!
I get that this is supposed to be like an annoying bit, or like funny if you want to laugh at him or whatever. But like, he does make a good point. The Indian guy, it's like, you know, he didn't commit a crime here. At most, we should just keep an eye on him. I'd say, make sure he doesn't do anything weird or illegal. But besides that, he's not a. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
do you see what I'm saying? Can you add on to it?
I don't know. when this film takes place, but I'm fairly sure when it does that India was still technically part of Britain at the time, so there should be a arrest warrant from there as well.
Well, that's your opinion.
Opinion?
Sensational!
Oh my god, his teeth. Layon, can you confirm that all British people have teeth like this?
No, they're too white. And they're like perfectly together. English teeth and yellow is fucking beyond disjointed.
Oh, jeez.
Off round the world! Extra!
Bandit is a
Bandit is a
gentleman.
gentleman.
I say,
I mean, if I read that, that would make me think that a bandit is like a good guy. They should have called it Gentleman is a Bandit.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
was a thief, eh?
By George, what a scandal. What a scandal.
What a scandal.
He'll have to be expelled from the club. Expel him? I say, that's hardly cricket. I think we should wait for proof, gentlemen.
The one guy with brains in the club.
It's odd that we hardly know anything.
Alright, well, this is where part 1 ends, and this is where our part 1 is going to end. There's 3 parts to it, so we'll make 3-part videos, so we don't have to keep you guys here for long. I do hope that you guys tune in for part 2, and that is, I'm really grateful if you stayed to watch us at the end. Layon, any final words you have to say before we get to part 2?
Thank you for watching. What a great movie so far. Only part 1, guys. It's only going to get better. Oh my goodness, they're in Bombay. Where they going to end up next? Only one way to find out. Join us for part 2.
He's not wrong. Just you wait. It does get better. And once again, Layon is going to start a GoFundMe so that we can also travel around the world in 80 days. This is not a hoax, I promise you.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we'll see you guys in part 2. Peace.
Bye, guys.